There. That fire should help keep the bears away. Here's hoping. Fingers crossed. Circuit motor's crapping out on me. Wind's taking me. Got the new shoes out of the noise maker, right? Away. This house and miss that house and come after you. Oh Christ, Gail. Is that what you think it did? Hey gang, well, here I am. Out at Meekwop Lake. It's a little remote lake here in northern Alberta. Usually you can only get to this lake in the wintertime. She's a bit of a struggle in the summertime. I jog a bunch of gear in here in the summertime and I'm going to try and get around in my boat here. Instead of the canoe, brought in the old Misty River. Got a 6 horsepower on it, so I'm going to try giving this lake a good going over. There's an island out in the middle of this lake here and that's where I'm going to be camping. This is thick grizzly bear country. There was a whole bunch of grizzly bear tracks on the trail on the way in here. So, my first solo trip in a while. A little worried about it, being that there's all those tracks there, but the fact that I'm going to be on that island should help out. I don't know. I mean, it's not impossible that a bear will swim over there, but a lot less likely. So, I'm going to get this all started getting packed up and get on my way. I got a late start today, so I got a lot of ground to make up. All right. Alright guys, all packed up here, got a ton of gear, got a boat across over there now. Go head over to the island, see if I can't find myself a camping spot. Hee-hoo! We're weighted down today, boys. Good. Gonna go to the far side of the island. That's where everybody always catches the perch in the summertime. And hoping I can find a decent camping spot over there. It's all pretty skaggy. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna be getting myself into here. We'll see what happens. Just about got all my gear brought over to where I'm going to be setting up camp. I'm bringing you guys over there to go take a look. Front door. This is it. It's my little cubby. We're going to set up camp. I got lots of deadfall back in here. I get the saw out right now. Start cutting up all this shit around me here for firewood and just to clear out the camp spot. Start getting set up and get ready to get my hammock up. Time to get on. Guys, I moved camp a little bit here. Just a little ways over from my other spot. I found a better open area here for having a fire and stuff too, and I can bring a bunch of rocks and put them here. I'm going to be catching a little bit more wind, but I can put up a windbreak. It's going to be no big deal. Got my Skeeter Beater Pro in behind me here. Already got it hung up. I'm going to get a tarp up here now because we got rain coming. I gotta go make sure the boat's pulled up enough because the wind's coming in. That'd be terrible to be out on this island and my boat blow away. There's not really a good place to tie it up, so it was too loaded with stuff for me to pull it up on shore too high. But now that she's emptied out, I better go pull her up a little higher. Then I'm gonna come back, bring the rest of my gear over to this camp, and I'm gonna cut a big pole to put in the middle of this. Then I'll probably even run a windbreak right behind me here. So we're getting her situated, gang. Solo trip to Meekwop. I gotta tell you, I was pretty gun shy once I saw those grizzly tracks as soon as we started coming in. But now that I'm here on here, once I get everything situated, I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable. So I'm gonna keep going, gang. Keep cracking. Oh. I'm not looking forward to this next task that I gotta do. This is gonna be rough, but I gotta go get some rocks out of the water to build a fire pit. And I found this sweet little spot over here. The rest of this lake is just skag. But Uncle Donnie's gonna be swimming in here tomorrow. If it gets nice out anyways. It's all sand. Sand and beauty little rocks kicking around. So, ouch, that one hurt. I'm gonna have to clear out some of these shrubberies. Just took one right to the calf. Took one to the calf, gang. So yeah, she's always a little wet when I'm walking out here. Oh, she's skag. But once you get in the bush, it ain't bad. You know? You wouldn't think she was that nice in there. But after I get it all cleared out, it doesn't look so bad. When I first got in there though, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a tough 4 days camping in here. But now that I got some sawing done and some stuff cleared out, it ain't so bad. So, see what I'm talking about with the rocks and the sand. Looking real nice. Looking real very nice. Okay guys. Yeah, I'm going to keep my shoes on while I do this because I could dry them out back at camp once I get the fire going. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Whew. She chilly. Oh. Hey Bear! Always like to give a holler out every now and then. In case one comes sneaking up, don't like surprising each other, you know. That's when bears are really a problem. I got stalked by a charge and stalked by a grizzly. Not very far as the crow flies from here, actually. A few years back. I was out hunting by myself down a gated road. And I walked about 5 kilometers in the evening to this big cup lock. And I saw a couple of bucks at the far side of the cup lock. So I took off my backpack, put it on this pile of logs, and started walking across the cup lock to go at these deer. And by the time I got over there, after slowly crawling through these coulees and stuff, I got there and the deer were gone. So I started walking back to my backpack. And I'm walking across this cup block, keeping my eyes peeled the whole time, didn't see nothing. And I'm just about to my backpack. I'm walking forward, but looking backwards to go see if I could see those deer one more time. Glance back in front of me, about 10 yards from that log pile. Like I'm about 10 yards from the log pile. Massive grizzly bear comes walking out from the other side of the log pile that was sniffing my backpack. I was wearing ghillie suit camo, so I didn't even look like a human being. We both saw each other. I lifted my gun. I froze for a second, no, didn't say anything. The bear got up with his back 2 feet and dropped down. Just pounding the ground in front of me like terrifying. And I'm just sitting there like I was 10 yards away. And I said, hey bear, hey bear. And he took off running 200 yards into the cup block and then into this, then turned right into this stand of trees. Well, then I realized how stupid I was because I needed to go back that way. I was 5 kilometers from my truck. I had no flashlight. It was a half an hour to dark. And I started walking. He went in the bush about 200 yards away from the road. I started walking. I had about 50 yards to get to that tree line. I was yelling the whole time, fuck you, bear. I'm going to fucking shoot you, bear. I get up to the side where the tree line is, right to the side of where the road comes in and meets the trees. And all I hear is it sounds like a landslide, massive trees breaking, and I could hear it. He was running at me full speed through the bush, and I had about 100 yards of listening to that, full crashing, bang, bang, just the loudest trees breaking. There was no ditch on this road. So I stood there, held my ground. I had 3 shots in my .308 bolt action. I knew he was going to breach the trees and come at me. So I made a decision. Before anything happened, I said, I'm not going to shoot the bear when he comes out of the trees. I'm going to shoot right beside his face. I have a bear attack book at home that I've read cover to cover, and over half the attacks in there are people who see the bear, they shoot the bear, and the bear still kills them. So the bear comes out of the bush 10 yards away from me, full speed. Boom! Pumped one off right beside his biscuit. He's fucking... turns around, goes back into the bush, stops in the bush about 10, 15 yards, just outside of my sight, but I could hear him in there. Just going. So I was like, holy shit, this got real. So I started walking. Without stopping, I took my backpack off, I put one more bullet in my clip, I put one in the chamber, slung my stuff back on, and kept walking. This road was really, really windy, so I could never see very far behind me. No more than 100 yards behind me. And I get around a bunch of these S-bends, and I get to this little bit of a straight stretch, and my bootlace breaks in my boot. And I'm like, I'm not even going to fix it. But the mud was so sticky, my boots weighed like 20 pounds, my boot was flying off. I had to stop and fix it. So I bent down, and it's getting dusk now. It's just about dark. And I look, I'm in the middle of the road. I'm a couple hundred yards now down the road, or maybe even a kilometer or so down the road from where shot beside the bear. And all of a sudden, I'm tying my boot, and I look down the middle of the road. Here he comes with shoulder blades down the middle of the road. All of a sudden, there he is, just right dead center in the middle of the road following me. So I got her out on that next little S-bend turn where he couldn't see me and just started running. Well, I call it running, but it wasn't really running. It was so muddy and slippery, I was just slipping all over the place. I ran for the next 4 kilometers because I could never see far behind me. And I get to my truck, it's dark, and but I could still see some silhouettes, you know. I could still see up the road a little ways. And I get to my truck, I touch my hood, and I turn around. 50 yards from my truck, that bear walks straight across, from one bush line to the other, straight across the road. And I didn't even, if I didn't look back right then, I never even would have saw him. My camp was only 2 kilometers from there, and I was sleeping in a tent. So needless to say, I didn't sleep in the tent that night, gang. And ever since then, I have a healthy respect for the grizzly bears. Like, black bears are scary too, but man, you get a grizzly bear like that, you see one up close like that. We were close, 10 yards apart, not even, and he was jumping off the ground, smacking the ground, and it was scary. So now when I'm out here, I have a whole new appreciation. I got a shotgun with some slugs now too, so hopefully that'll do the job if need be. But yeah, as far as the crow flies, she wasn't very far from here, ladies and gents. So, and we seen those big ass grizzly tracks as soon as we pulled in this morning. Man, they were big. All right, all loaded up. First load of rocks. Talking back to the campfire pit. Might take more than I got even there, but by the time I'm done hauling all these, hopefully the hopefully the water has cleared up. And get after it again. Probably gonna take me almost a solid hour to get this pit together. So I better get after it. Got one more load to grab here. I'm gonna organize these rocks into a pit. Be a big boy there so it doesn't burn the skag underneath too bad. And I mean, it's wet. There's no way this would ever catch on fire anyways, but I like having a pit, okay? So it was just starting to rain there a few minutes ago, but I ain't feeling squat diddly in the camp there because all the trees overtop me, so that's a bonus. It's drizzling though. We were supposed to pour in Fox today, but you know, that's 30-some clicks away from here, so she might have missed me, or I'm going to be getting it tonight. So we'll see. Not supposed to be thunder showers though, just quite a bit of rain though. About 10 mils. So that's why I wanted to get the camp good and set up here before I did anything. And that's just the right thing to do. So, you know, I'm actually surprised at the amount of animal tracks on this island. Lots of moose tracks and stuff I've seen already, so I would not be surprised if a bear comes to this island here and there too. I mean, it's not that far to the shoreline. Probably, I don't know, 500 yards across to the nearest shoreline. I'm gonna grab this last load of rocks, and I think that'll be it for me for the day for that part. You know what else I forgot about in this water, guys? Leeches. I gotta do a leech check when I get back because I found a couple on the rocks, so. I was just loading up these last load of rocks here. I just heard something. Hey, bear! Huh. It sounded like a growl. Hey, bear! Let's hope not. Alright. So I got on my fire starter. Birch bark's always ideal. It's always birch bark's always my favorite thing to use, so I'm just gonna create a little pocket in here underneath, kind of, where I can get it, because it goes up quick. There we go. Got action. Okay, now that the fire's going, I'm just going to get myself a whack of firewood to make it through the night here, and yeah, maybe make myself a bite to eat. I haven't had squat diddly here all day, so probably get some food in me. Hey gang, got a decent fire going there now. Oh, that was a nice back crack, I needed that. Got a nice fire going now. It started to rain. I brought everything up underneath the tarp here. I don't know how much I'm going to get done tonight for a wall in the back here, but I'm getting pretty tuckered. I need to make some kind of a table though, so I can put my water thing up there so I can drink out of it without having to bend over, because it's killing my back. So I'm going to try working on that next. Oh, hey gang. I was tuckered, forgot to turn the camera on, wasn't thinking. But yeah, I got my table built. Just in time, it's starting to rain pretty good. But nice to have that. I needed some water. I had like 2 glasses of water all day. I've just been frickin' exhausted. I had to get this shit done though. She was getting late. She's 7:30 p.m. there now. I got out here about, I'd say 3:30 I probably started this camp. Been going hard ever since I got here. So, got a couple of tarps up, got the hammock up, got a bunch of firewood, got a table made. I don't really have a spot for my gear yet though. It's just kind of laid out here on the ground at the moment, until I can get it all hung up when I get a wall in behind me. I'm going to hang some of it off the tree right there, but just off that tree there underneath the tarp, it'll stay dry there. So hang some of it up there, and the rest we'll make do. Hey guys, as you can hear probably, it's pouring. Not pouring, but raining pretty good. But I'm going to go tie the boat up just in case. I'm pretty positive it ain't going to go anywhere, but wouldn't that be tragic if the winds picked up in the middle of the night? Old Uncle Donnie wakes up to no boat and he's trapped on the island. No cell phone service. Okay, out to the water. Just going to tie up to the front here quick. There was something in the bush, but it seems to just be the frickin', seems to be the, okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, we got water on the camera. Gonna have to wipe that off when we get back. Got an otter box, but I don't trust it. Oh, time to get changed. Just been soaking wet since we started here. My feet are starting to get a little sore. Definitely want to get that changed up. You don't want to keep your feet in wet shoes all day. Oh, which mine have been, but I don't want them to be too long. Oh, oh man, they're just freaking white. Thankfully the skeeters aren't too bad right here. They are bad out here, but I mean, in this exact spot at this exact moment, for some reason they ain't too bad, so that's good. Oh. Oh, it feels good putting on dry socks, that's for sure. Always feels good. Oh, hey gang. So she's just been pouring, but I've been hammering out the firewood. That's the firewood pile right there. Got the sink, got the stove up. Oh, I've been getting logs for the walls here during this rain because just want to stay busy. I like keeping my mind busy when I'm out here by myself too, or else I start thinking about what's going on with the bears and where I'm at, you know. So stay busy. Got some cutting up all this deadfall that's been laying around. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it all up tonight or put any of it up tonight. I'll probably put it up tomorrow. But I'm going to at least get a lot of it cut tonight. I need to take a break though. I haven't even had anything to eat yet, guys. It's like 9 o'clock at night. So I need to stop, just chill out, make some food, relax. I had like a pepperoni stick like an hour or 2 hours ago. That was it. So, okay guys. Got the deuce out, little noisemaker, right? Keep the bars away. Be firing off lots of these tonight. So I'm trying out this tonight, new kind of dehydrated meal, Wise Company. I haven't tried it before. Cheesy lasagna and sausage. Give her a go. Feels like I may have added a little too much water, but we'll see. Yeah, I got some coffee on the go over there. It's about 9:30, so need a little pep in my step still here to finish some stuff. So yeah, other than that, everything's been going good so far. All right, let's give this a try. Wise Company. There, my coffee's finally percolating. Been waiting forever. Got a good flavor. Like every one of these things though, it's got hard chunks in it when you're chewing on it. I've let it sit for an extra 5 minutes and said to even, but not too bad. Let's see what the other ones taste like. I think next time I'll put a little bit less water in it. You told me to put 2 cups in, but it seems like it's a little bit wet. Oh, well, she's just about 11 o'clock at night here. And still got a little bit of residual light out there. But I'm getting ready to hit the hay here. She's been a long day. I did end up putting up a few posts in the back here. It's hard to tell right now, but I'll show you guys. Nothing to really do anything, but decided just to keep going until I was exhausted. So I'm exhausted. I figure if I get 20 more, I'd feel pretty comfortable in here. But there's a ton of them around, so it'll be pretty easy to get the wood. I'll just need to do it tomorrow. I'm too gassed right now, so I'm gonna hit the hay here, guys, and we'll see you in the morning. Hopefully no bears come in the evening. No bears, no bears. There. That fire should help keep the bears away. Here's hoping. Fingers crossed. Had to get up for a pee-pee. She's about midnight. Maybe a little after. I just laid down and just about got to bed and I was like, aw, Donnie, you gotta take a pee-pee. So back to bed, guys. Just stoked up the fire again. Morning, gang. Oh, it's a windy one this morning. About 9 o'clock here so far. Still laying in bed. Trying to
get some gusto to get out of the hammock. Well, alright. Better get up and at her. Maybe wrangle up a bacon and egger. Alright, up and at her. Got the fire going. Getting up, pot of coffee on the go. Man, is it windy today. Not even able to get out on the lake. Gotta try doing some shore fishing. But I guess that means it's time for me to beef up the shelter a bit too, so I think that's what we'll be doing today, spending time building the shelter up, and then going to take some casts from shore here later on. And hopefully the day we leave here, she ain't windy like this, so I can get back across the lake. I wouldn't want to be crossing it like it is right now, that's for sure. Well, time to start getting geared up. Start hacking down some trees, I guess. Or hacking up some trees. And yeah, this wind ain't letting up at all, so I think it's just going to be a day of shelter beefing. So hopefully I can make a lot of progress here today then. Man, my back is really killing me this morning. Just putting my shoes on this morning was quite the effort. So here's how making out on the progress so far. Put those ones up there today. An extra one up there. That one's got a good 6-pack going on that side. And then I'm putting some more up right here across this gap. And then between this tree and my table is going to be my door. And there's pretty much, that's the only way to get in afterwards. So windy city. Take a look out here though. Getting out into the skag where I'm going to get wet. Let's go see what it looks like over here, because it should be a little bit more protected. The wind's coming from the other side of the island. So I might just be able to get out here in the boat even a little later and still, yeah, she ain't bad, right out in front here. If I get right out in front, I'll be alright. Well, time for the inevitable. Go find a spot away from camp here somewhere a ways. Oh, finally, day 2, about 3 o'clock, finally gonna make a meal. Tried that lasagna there last night, that dehydrated meal, and I don't know, this wasn't very good. I ended up hucking half of it out. Just wasn't feeling hungry. So I got some bacon, gonna make some bacon lettuce, or bacon and some ham and eggers with some tomatoes on there. Cause yeah, it's still windy as all it can be. My little pole blew down. But I've been just putting up walls left, right, and center. Feel pretty secure in here now, so it's been nice. But the weather's been the pits. So just gonna make a couple of snacks to eat, and then continue on with building the walls. All done up here. Tasty. I don't feel like I bring so much stuff when I'm out here though, you know. If I'm going to be out in these kind of conditions where I'm hunkered down in camp and can't go anywhere the whole time, might as well at least be comfy, have some good food to eat. And yeah, pretty happy with it. Chew on this for a bit and then back at her! Just going to go take a peek out at the lake here. It's still windy, but it seems like it's dying down. See the shirt I'm rocking? The Ridge Super Mario. You give me duck hunt any day of the week, gang. Oh yeah. I should be able to get out here. For sure. And you can see that relatively calm in my little cove over here, but looking in behind me here on the other side of the island, she's whitecaps. So I'd want to stay pretty close to right in here, but I don't see any reason why I couldn't go out there for an evening fish tonight if it doesn't rain on me. I got a couple of things to do still. So I'm gonna bring my tackle box back in. I probably should have. Oh shit. Look at how much water's in there. From last night it poured. Better get all my stuff out of there. Gonna try giving fishing a shot here. I'm definitely wearing a life vest today since she's white caps. All around except for right in this little cove where I'm gonna be fishing. Bring in my little boat safety kit. Not that anybody's out here who can hear me whistle, but you know, there's a floating line I could put behind the boat, I guess. First fish of the weekend. A little jack ski. The frickin' motor's crapping out on me, and the wind's taking me. Fuck's sakes. The wind needs to fuck off. Oh man. Fucking wind taking me way out here. I'm in trouble. I got my trolling motor. Doing everything I can, but it ain't much. I don't know what's going on. I just charged the battery up before I came out here. Oh man, come on. Right after I caught that fish, the wind has picked up and I got a little bit too far out. My trolling motor, I don't know what the hell. It's going at like half of what it normally does here, so I think the God's willing, I'm gonna make it back to camp here. Holy shit, that was pretty scary. I'm quite a ways down from my camp here though still. But at least I'm back to shore. Oh man, I gotta paddle another 100 yards or so back upstream here. I just tried to go right out in front of my camp. Man, that friggin' wind. Because this boat's so light in the front. Because there's nobody else in it right now too. I should get some weight in it, but it's hard to steer. That got a little too exciting there for a bit. I really don't want to get swept out here. I also really wonder how the heck I'm going to be getting back to the mainland on Friday if my motor's crapping out. I hope it ain't windy. I'll be hooped. That little trolling motor can't even push me anywhere. Celebratory Corona. We're not getting swept across this friggin' lake. I was probably, I don't know, 10, 20 yards, 30 yards out. I wouldn't have been able to paddle back. The wind would have grabbed me. I was glad I grabbed the paddle when I did. If I would have kept trying the motor, I'd be out there right now, screwed. But I think by the way the clouds are blowing it's going to miss me, but I'm going to go hang out inside the bush just in case. So, see you in a bit, see what happens. If it calms down, I'll come back out. Alright, let's get back there. Because she's cooling off all of a sudden too, so that's usually a good sign. Yeah, you can see all in behind me here, man. That's all Storm City. She's storming. Lucky I didn't get caught out on the lake right now. So, finally got all pretty much the walls completed. Sarah was able to hang up all my stuff finally. Do a little organizing. So, I had to readjust my hammock. Last night it was too low on the one side, so I was sinking towards my feet. So I got my dry bag hung up over there, got the shoddy there. Got the ammo, my nails and whatnots over there. The old 20 other guns over here, got my 22. And all my stuff hanging up on the tree there. Hopefully with that right there, you're going to see me catch some perch, hopefully, if this wind ever dies down and I can get out there and actually fish for them. So, yeah, got the old camp looking pretty sweet. Got this little axe I just bought here. It's looking mid-size. You know, not quite a hatchet, not quite an axe. It's called the carpenter axe. It's pretty awesome. Alright, I'm going to go out here and take a few casts. Just gonna walk the shoreline. Brought the shotgun with me, just in case. Today when I was out in the bush there, I noticed there's a lot more tracks. I think they're mostly moose, but I guarantee there's been some bears around here too. 100%. So, okay, I'm gonna go grab my rod out of the boat and then go walk down this way, take some casts. Alright, got my rod, changed her up to a red devil. Those cheap 5 of diamonds. I can't remember what the name is, who makes them, but that one jack I caught just completely destroyed the hooks on it. I had to throw it out. They were all bent out of shape and everything. It's a little tricky walking through here. She's skag underneath. There's just these little grass clumps that you can kind of step on. Oh. There's some lily pads right here. I was just casting into them from the side, but didn't have no luck. Figured out the problem with the boat. The regulator's pooched. I even brought a backup one. It's pooched. The one, I don't know what's up. You pump on it and it just doesn't. Pump ain't working, not grabbing nothing. And the other one, the O-ring and the ball and the washer popped out. I mean, she's a beautiful night and a beautiful surrounding, but the family's going to be super worried about me on Friday when I can't make it back. Huh. Whew. It's quite the conundrum. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's quite the operation for somebody to come out here and get me too, so. Fuck. Sucks. Morning of day 3. I just got out of bed there about 8 o'clock. I got my, that fuel regulator put back together here. I'm going to go try it on the boat first thing here. See if it works to this glass today. So it'd be nice to get out and get something done today. Just got back to the boat to go try that regulator and found another piece for it in the water. So I'm in the back of the water in the back of the boat there. So I have to come back to get my pliers again to pull that O-ring out and then start putting the belts back together again here, and we'll see what happens once I get that in there. I just tried that other regulator again. It's still a no-go. Can't get any pressure on the ball when I'm pumping it. You can hear it in the tank, the air moving around, but it's not pulling it up. Oh, okay. I got this old regulator, or this other regulator put back together. It could help if it was up higher. Try putting the tank up on the chair so it doesn't have to pump it as far. Fuck. Really hoping that would work. Anytime there's not a hose hooked up to it. No, it's not going to do anything, but I just turned it around. Good luck, gang. Must be getting fuel through the regulator. This is what it was doing before. It would run like this fine, and then as soon as you kicked it into gear to actually get it to move, it would just and bog right out. I'm not going to be able to tell for sure until I get it in the other. I just wanted to let it run for a while though. That's giving me some hope, gang. Go grab my rod and then try taking it out on the water, seeing what happens. Fingers crossed. Alright, gang. Alright, gang, let's check it out. Here we go. Yeah! Fucking beautiful. Yes. Nice. It's going. Let's hope it stays. Got one here. Haven't got a look at him yet. Feels pretty decent, but oh, he's tied up on a weed, that's why. Just a little feller. That's alright though. I'm gonna get a big one yet, gang. Tossing her in right here. Using the white 6-inch jig here with the mini. I love the white and pink. That's the ticket. Just had a bite. There's one. Oh, I lost him. As soon as I put it down. Bet you my mini's gone though. Yeah,
Well, it's promising. Hook's in the water for 30 seconds and I had a bite and lost her. One thing that I've learned over the years, learned it from old Papa Wheaton for trolling like around the lakes anyways, it seems like. If you have out a lot of line, it tends to be a problem. I only cast out behind the boat, maybe 30 feet behind the boat, 35 feet. And I think it just gives your hook a better presentation too. It's not so low to the bottom, maybe, I'm not exactly sure, but I know it does a good job. That's usually how I end up catching. Used to always just cast out super far. Pops would just do a little underhander right behind the boat. He'd just be slaying them and I wouldn't be catching nothing. Like standing too, lots of what I like about this boat. Stand up a little bit. Little weed patch right out here. I'm just kind of coming right in behind it. I'm gonna get one here, gang. In 15 seconds, I'm gonna get a bite. Gonna pull one out of that little weed bed for sure. Oh, there's one. Got him. Got that one. Oh, Jesus. Just cranking her into overdrive here. Ah, I lost him. All that screwing around with the motor. That's the problem of fishing by yourself and being the motor man. One. Yeah, come on. Oh, shit. Drag's not working again. This one's actually got a bit of fight to him. Oh yeah. Definitely got some weight to him. Oh, he's wrapped around a weed. Fuck's sakes. Just when you think you got a good one, eh? Turns out this to be a little pikeski. Go, just like that. Got to cut up a couple more minnows. Those seem to be the tickets though. I only pulled in the one, but I had about 4. Little bit of weeds you have on your hook, you always got to take off. I don't think I've ever caught a fish having even just the tiniest strand of weeds hanging off my hook. Go back a little bit. Hard to just go into the wind with this boat when I don't got anybody in the front, so I'm going to go back up a little ways and come back, drift back down with the wind, roll back down. There's got to be some big ones right in this area. This is where everybody always comes to perch fish. You know know, if there's a bunch of fish, a bunch of perch, that's their main food source, so gotta be some big ones in here. Just gotta find them, put on the right hook for them. I'll pull one out of here. I got a feeling. They don't see a lot of action in the summertime, so really hoping. Alright gang, motor's been working good, and I just finished catching another one near about the same size, so I just thought since it's good weather right now, pretty much my last chance to do it. I'm going to take you guys over to the other side of the lake, just across over here, where me and my buddy Danny camped there probably 5 years ago. We did a winter camp out here in the canvas tent with the wood stove. And one of the worst bouts of sickness I've ever had, well, it was the worst bout of sickness I've ever had out winter camping. But yeah, I'll go over there and take a look. It was in a pretty cool little protected bay too, so it could be some cool fishing over there. So I'll go take a picture. Hey guys, oh man, stupid, I shouldn't have done that. Tried to go to the land right behind me there, you can see pretty close. Freaking motor's crapped out twice now in the past 5 minutes, and the wind's picked up. I got a long ways to go back and I can't open it up or else it just stalls. So I'm at like slightly above trolling. I'm not moving very fast. It's going to take me a long time. I'm quite a ways now, way further to go to the island than to continue going to the other side here. But all my stuff's back at camp. And if for some reason this motor craps out on me, I really don't want to be out here on the water on the other side of the lake. Hopefully it can get me back close enough where I can get close to my island again and get back to shore, because this would be a very, 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 very shitty thing to be stuck out here right in the middle. So that was pretty silly of me. I was trying it though for a few hours, ripping around, having a good time, no problems at all. So I thought that I could fix it, but apparently there's something else wrong too, so I'm just gonna baby it back to shore. I just tightened up the old tightened up the selfie stick a bit. Hopefully that helps. She was loosey-goosey. Loosey-goosey. I'm gonna go do a little bit of exploring around the island. Natives used to come out here and fish a long time ago. Back in the day, used to be tribes used to come out and fish here. They'd fish meekwop and Iozigan, smoke. And I'm sure that they were out here on this island at some point having some fires and stuff, paddled out, and maybe a birch bark canoe even back in the day. Imagine that. So there's no way I'd find any remnants of anything on here, but still cool to walk around. Could find some other history, like last time when I was out at the sides there we found that cabin. I'm sure this island's been pretty well explored, but maybe not, maybe only in the winter time too. So let me go take a little walk around and we'll see what I can find. Found a cool little growth on a birch tree. Be cool to turn that into a table or something. Huge bowl. Party bowl. Oh yeah, she's solid. That's pretty cool. It's big. Can make something cool out of that. So I didn't find any cabins,
Lots of cool squirrel dens and stuff though throughout here. And huge piles of all their shelled pine cones and whatnot. Quite a few tracks, you see, like there's one right there. Boom. Moosey. So there's definitely animals swimming across to this island. Oh, there's some more right there. Look, you can see that one right there, that's moose, 100%. And you can see trails going through here. So, I haven't found any bear scat yet. But I guarantee you that they come out here from time to time. Come take a boo. I'm gonna go head back to camp. Hang out, maybe have a quick bite. Then I want to go do an evening fish too tonight. So just went and grabbed a couple things from shore. Gonna head out for an evening fish here tonight. Got a storm in behind me there. I think it's passing me. Well, hard to say. It's pretty gray in behind me here too, but right now she's calm, no wind. So either she's the calm before the storm, or she's passing. I'm going to try and head out to catch a couple either way. Hopefully catch a big one or some perch. I'd really love to catch a couple of yellow perch, guys. Do a catch and cook. Back at the old Meekwop camp. Just caught one there and I had my phone in my pocket, but I'm going to change it up for a little bit and put on this big Lucky Strikes 5 of diamonds. Do a couple of passes up and down along these weed beds. I feel like if something hits this big puppy, it's going to be worth it. So let's see what happens. I bought it for more for novelty, but let's see if I can't wrangle something up. Weird, the storm behind me is blowing towards me, but my boat is blowing towards it. Like the wind at my back is blowing me this way, but there must be different winds up top, and it's blowing it this way. I might have to bail out here shortly and try a few casts with the topwater. The frog. It's a twister! You've never seen it! Miss this house and miss that house and come after you! Aw, Christ, Jill, is that what you think it did? Things go wrong. You can't explain it. You can't predict it. You gotta move on. And look at what you got right in front of you. It's me, Bill Paxton. Let's get Dorothy up in this fucking twister. Get her up there. She's really bucketing down now. Definitely glad I came in off the lake. Holy mackerel. Gonna have to drain the boat before I can even go back out in there. Holy mackerel. I just had a run around. I had to get the fire jacked up there. I just had a few little birch on there when I first got back, but they just about put it out. So got a big punky log on top there, some kindling underneath just to get her ripping, and yeah, keep dry under here. I don't know what was in that log that I put in a while ago before the rainstorm here earlier today. I hucked in some branches. There must have been some resin, but it was some branches. They were thick branches, just a few of them, maybe 3 of them, and they just started sparking like crazy. Look at my tarp. That was like a minute or two of fucking sparks. I had to get my sink, dump my sink water on it, and everything. It was crazy. I don't know what the heck was in them, but it just went up like crazy. Quick update, 35 minutes in, still thundering. What in the sweet Moses? Is Noah over there? I didn't even build the ark, guys. Like, nobody told me. I have no animals. I got a skeeter. Like, nobody told me, hey Donnie, you're Noah. Oh, you're by myself. I plan on going back and seeing the fam there, Mother of Moses. Like, you know, jeepers. I'm sorry, Thor. So I'm all out of firewood there now. I gotta go get one more load for tonight. So The sweet thing about getting the firewood around here is that you're just cleaning up your yard, because there's just fallen trees and shit everywhere, tripping hazards, and you're just slowly cleaning them up. The more firewood you get, the nicer it looks around your place. So the more times we come out here, we're just gonna have a sweet place to be able to play horseshoes out here next time.
I was just thinking that I don't know if I've ever been on a trip where I didn't have at least one thunderstorm and or rain the entire time. Straight from when I was a kid. Rain every time. My very first trip we ever went and did anything on, I was like in grade, I don't know, I was a young kid. I might not even been in school yet. I was like maybe 5, 6. My parents were pulling us down the Little Smoky River behind in a dinghy. Before the storm ever happened, my dad had a little bit too much rope out. We were coming around, there was this tree sticking out. We ended up hitting the tree in the dinghy, flipped our dinghy, tossed me and my brother into the... Woo! Thunder! Tossed me and my brother into the river. I just remember popping up. There's my dad just ripping back upstream. Came to scoop me out of the water. We ended up pitching camp there that night because me and Zach were a little bit gun shy. That night, this crazy storm ripped through. We had to put the cooler in the tent with us in there because it was all just blowing us right sideways. And from then on, she's just been pissed down every time, but still love it. You against the storm. Please don't get hit by lightning sucks, but other than that, we're set up against the rain. No leaks. So far, amazingly too, because as you can see, there's a million holes in my frickin' tarp from last night. Or from today. Threw a couple of branches in there and all of a sudden it just went like fireworks, just losing it. I had to almost put the fire out.
Last night out here tonight. Back up in the morning and head back home. An awesome trip. Well, she's morning of the last day. Beauty day out here now. Of course, last day's always a beaut. So, gonna hang out, might have a little bite to eat, start taking everything down. I got about 5 hours till my ride gets here, so yeah, just gonna soak it all in the last few hours. So last night it was too dark to show you guys, so I couldn't show you the whole process, but I finished a wall over here and built a door too, so let's go check it out from the outside looking in. So this is the wall I did here, covering up the back side of that table. So once I take this tarp down, there's only going to be a gap between these couple of trees here that I'll have to do next time. Last night, to cover this little gap here, I just built a little trap. I put an other tarp that I had there with some pots and pans and an empty Corona bottle on it, so if an animal came and stepped on it, then it would rattle off and I'd hear it. But yeah, and the door. We'll say goodbye to the Kamsky. We're going to be taking off. Pretty proud of the camp I built though. Just by myself over 4 days. Made me feel pretty safe in there. It'll get beefed up more and more with the time we get here. You know, next time we'll seal off this last wall over here maybe or something. So feel fully protected. There we go. Tarp all folded up. Boat. Well, actually, first I gotta. First, before I do anything, I gotta scoop out all that water out of the back of the boat from the storm last night. She poured. All packed down. Just gonna go take one more look past camp there. Make sure I didn't forget any knickknacks, and then I'm gonna kick the boat off. Be on the way. All right, didn't forget nothing. Time to hit the bricks. She's been a beauty time, Meekwop. I will see it again. Nice first pull. Got a big one here, guys. I threw out my huge 5 of diamonds. I got a fish with some weight on it here. Oh yeah, he's a nice one. Nice, finally. Boat time, holy mackerel. Oh, Jesus. Here we go, guys. He's, where are we at? No, 4 pounds. But not bad though, we'll take him, guys. He's the biggest one we caught in a little bit here, so I'll take a 4-pounder. Let's get him back in the water. Look at the size of that 5 of diamonds he hit. Like, holy Moses. I was thinking he was going to be a giant when he hit that puppy. Holy man. That was awesome though. Let's try one more cast here. And you know what? That was the first fish I've caught casting all weekend. I haven't caught any fish casting all weekend. That was the first one. Oh, I got one. This big 5 of diamonds, you gotta be shitting me. Oh, this one's not even big, just a little guy went after it. Oh man, crazy. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, just about hooked myself there. Oh yeah, the hook's almost as big as he is. There. Put it up. Real big one just followed it up. Oh, one is hit. One's following it. I can't believe this friggin' 5 of diamonds is working so well. It's huge. That's a good looking fish again there. Probably the second biggest one of the weekend right there. Lost that friggin' 5 of diamonds. Got tangled around my reel when I was casting, and then as soon as the hook landed in the water, a fish grabbed it. Had no drag because it was hooked around my bail. It's way easier like this. Put the boat on top of the otter box. They brought the quad down. Look at this. Poles are like bang on. That's it, gang. Trip complete. We got go quad up the road here ways so we can go load the quad. It was just too muddy here with the boat and everything, so that's all. Successful trip. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks when we go canoe the Berlin River, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo!